Alright everyone, so I was on the internet the other day and I found this article about a silver treasure hoard that was found on the North Frisian island of Sylt from the Viking Age, and I thought, why not make a video about it? Now, as you can see, this article is in German, but I'm just going to go over what's actually been found. So on this North Frisian island, Sylt, there has been a discovery which has been made of 180 kilograms in total of different silver implements and pieces of jewellery from the Viking Age. They've dated it to the 10th century, which puts this clearly in the time frame of when the Frisians were living on the island of Sylt, as the Frisians migrated from West to North Frisia, some of them, in the 8th and ninth centuries. Now, this is very interesting because there have been other discoveries made on Sylt from this time, and actually Sylt was home to an already prehistoric fort, which was at Tynan Berg, or Tynan, as they'll probably say in Danish, because they swallow half the words and then decide not to say the end. But this fortress was most likely made by the Frisians, or not made by the Frisians, but taken over by the Frisians who went in, who would then be trading with the British Isles as well as the Baltic. Now, one of these earlier discoveries that was made on Sylt was of a coin hoard, and the vast majority of these coins came from the Hiberno Norse kingdoms in Ireland and the Western Isles of Scotland, as well as English coins, and they centered around places that we know today were very popular with traders, and of course the big traders in the era were the Frisians. So for instance, the northeast of England around York, that was a popular place, as well as the southeast, so London and Dublin in Ireland, things like that. A lot of coins came from there. So it's thought that Sylt would be a popular place for merchants with not too much stuff with them, that they would then land on Sylt, which was at that time, I think it was still part of mainland Denmark. It's because of later flooding that North Friesland, that these are islands rather than attached to the mainland, and that they would then go across the little Strait of Denmark rather than having to go through the Kattegat right the way up and around Denmark to get to the Baltic, where they would trade with various Baltic peoples for things like amber, furs, things like that, which were commonly sold in the Baltic. So that's my theory, at least, that these guys would probably be Frisians. They might not have made this themselves, although the Frisians were quite adept metal workers and goldsmiths, as you can see from things like the Vinaldum fibula and the Dorestad fibula. And as I said, some of the things that were found in this latest one, which was found just 4 days ago, actually, on the 25th of September this year, were also things like pins. Now, a farmer a long time ago had already found a part of a brooch pin, or a brooch, either way, and they actually found the other part. So I think they found like the ring that the pin would go on to fasten a cloak, that they found that just 4 days ago when they released this, or whenever they dug them up. I think it was in the summertime. Yeah, I thought this was quite interesting to share. It's a little bit of context, a little bit of a few images that you can have in your mind. I often talk about the Frisians, and here you go. Here it is, right in the news, the Viking Age, the Frisians on Sylt in North Friesland.